Hey everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru. Yes, coming back to you. We're coming close to the end of the month, guys, with our 15 minutes of fame. So it's not too late. Let me have a look here. There's 2 days left. So you've got 2 days to reach out and get your 15 minutes of fame. And what happens, guys? A TV commercial is $30,000. 10 radio spots are going to cost you between $3,000 and $5,000. We're going to give you 15 minutes of fame across Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and of course, YouTube, all the major channels, guys. We're going to put you in front of thousands of people totally free. So, guys, if you want to be famous, like my next guest is going to be, well, actually, my next guest is extremely famous. You'll be shocked, when you see my next guest. Anyway, so guys, if you want to be famous, now let me introduce my next guest. My next guest is a wonderful man, a personal friend, Anthony Pacelli. And Anthony is a Santa Claus and voiceover artist in the entertainment industry, of course. And he's well known as Santa Anthony, or to his friends, Anthony Pacelli, the voice behind your project, right? He's been doing this for a long, long time, guys. Doing Santa for 8 years and voices and voiceovers 16 odd years. And he's very, very good at it, right? So he's a Santa portrayal artist and a voiceover artist. He brings Santa to life, and I bring life into videos, commercials, and of course, movies. So guys, if you're looking for the right man for your project, I've got him right here for you. His personal motto, he will tell you later, is keep shining. A fun fact about himself is he shares a birthday with Sir Paul McCartney and Blake Shelton, and his dream is, and I'm sure he'll achieve it, is to celebrate with both of them. He'll probably do that on December 25th. Anyway, good evening, Anthony. How are you, buddy?
Good evening, Jeffrey. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. All the better for seeing
so
you.
Good to be here with you. Oh yes, yeah. It's a wonderful opportunity to be here with you, and I am looking so forward to this.
Lovely. Can you tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue this career and your current path?
Well, okay. So, the way I look at it is, how did I get started in this? And I said, well, it's an acknowledgement of my gifts as to what I've been, given by God to share with the world. Mm-hmm. So basically, just using my God-given gifts and all just a matter of discovering later in life, how about this Santa portrayal business. And the voiceover work was just a dream. And the dream was, I've got this voice. People say I've got a great voice. The voice was given to me by God, and I'm just going to use the gift and share that with everyone like we're supposed to do, to share all our gifts. So I got into the voiceover world, and then later on, I discovered that, hey, I could portray Santa pretty well. And using that gift that God gave me of, shining outwards from the inside and, just touching people, touching children, touching adults, touching elderly, because I work with kids from, 6 months to 92 plus, and just reaching out and touching them,
Lovely. Tell me, what's been the most challenging aspect of your work, and how have you overcome that?
Well, I'm still working on overcoming, regular VO work, because it's hard to push that out there and just say, hey, I'm available for you. And then I say, yeah, because of this, this internet thing,
yes.
The development of the internet, and people, all of a sudden, everyone wants to be a voice artist. And so people, the producers and everybody are getting overwhelmed with stuff. And it's just a matter of getting a hold of the right producers to work with. And sometimes that's a challenge because there's, they're getting inundated with all these people. Everybody wants to be a voice actor because everybody wants to be rich real fast. And it's not quite work that way.
Yeah. I've got bad news. You have to work for it, guys.
Yeah, you got to really work at it. And it's not overnight either. It's not an overnight success.
Well, I did it in 50 years. I thought that wasn't too bad.
And then as far as the challenge as far as Santa is presenting and opening the minds of others to the Christmas spirit all year round. And that's my latest goal, because when I say, oh, Christmas all year, who can afford that is what I get told. I'm like, you can't afford a smile. You can't afford to say hello to someone. You can't afford to, just be cheerful.
Nice. Yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah,
know,
but that's what I say to people. Why are we so happy and joyous for 1 week of the year? What the hell's wrong with people? You know.
exactly. It's like, why does it have to be only 1 week?
Yeah,
So
that's right.
that's my goal. My challenge is to get Christmas celebrated every day.
Yeah,
The
I agree.
spirit of Christmas every day.
I agree with you. Can you tell us about an important moment in your career that virtually changed the direction in what you were going? Like what came up that sort of set you up in this direction?
Well, the sheer joy of Christmas, okay,
Yes.
and sharing from within us, because my personal philosophy is that we are all spiritual beings in physical bodies,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and allowing that spiritual being within us to shine outwards and to shine and keep shining. There, ergo, my motto: just keep shining.
Mm-hmm.
And it's when I discovered that's when my Santa really came alive.
Yes.
Okay. And I used that also. And so, when I was in my voiceover work, one of the things, I've always had a fascination for medicine. Okay. Because in my family, I've got two doctors that were, two on my mother's side, two uncles that were doctors. Mother was a nurse, and there were several nurses in the family, medical people in the family.
Yeah.
And it's always the miracle of the human
Caring.
is crazy. And I had an opportunity, okay, once to I voiced a training video on how to do a heart valve replacement.
Fantastic.
And it was just amazing. When I was done with that, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Hey, I could do that. That was so easy.
Yes.
It's like, what am I wasting my time for doing this?
Right. Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field?
My dream is my motivation. I have a dream of being able to do this full time, both Santa and the voiceover. So I just keep looking at the different opportunities that come my way. And so my dream is my goal. My goal is it's like a carrot being dangled in front of me.
Yes.
Okay. And then, hey, you want your dream? What do you got to do? Reach it. Reach for it. Keep reaching. Push. Keep reaching. Eventually I'll get it.
Yeah. I believe you do a lot of repeat work. I've heard stories about how with young kids, like 3 and 4 and 5, then 6 and 7, then 8, and year after year after year, and they look forward to that call, and so they can be anywhere in the world, guys. It
can be anywhere, and I do that, via Zoom and in person as well. I mean, I've got several families that I revisit at their home every year.
Yes.
And for the past 4 years that I've been here, and since I've moved to Florida, I've got families that just love to have Santa come to their house, and watching these kids grow and to have that personal connection with them. And it's magical. It's absolutely magical.
I know.
And to see them.
They're talking about it all year round. I've spoke to some of them, It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And, and this past year, I introduced my wife I've encouraged her to become Mrs. Claus and join me in this venture. Yeah. And so now we moved on to, and then, so now when people when people open the door, there's Mrs. Claus, and then Santa comes in right after her,
I'll bet there's times where you make her pull a claws out too, Anthony. Tell me, can you describe a recent project or an achievement that you're particularly proud of? I'm sure for you there's many.
Oh, there's a bunch to choose from. But my biggest thing that I've done as Santa was the Hallmark Channel.
Yes.
About 4 or 5 years ago, created the first Christmas con, very much like a Comic-Con or one of those conventions, but it was for Christmas. And I was there. I was the inaugural Santa for their Christmas convention.
Fabulous.
And so I got to meet all the movie stars from all the Hallmark Channel movies, as well as all the thousands of people that came in. And the highlight was the event had started, and all the customers or the all the people were there to see the movie stars, and they were all lined up in their booths to get their autographs and their picture taken. And then when they announced that Santa was coming in, the door opened wide. I gave a ho ho ho, and every single body, there was no one left in line at those movie stars. Everybody was surrounding me, and I was just like, here I am. And I stole their thunder.
Fantastic. What a night. What a night.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, what advice would you give someone, a younger version of yourself, someone aspiring to, say, follow in your footsteps? What advice would you give them?
Study. Okay. If you want to do voiceover work, okay, it's not to just jump in. Find a coach. Talk to me. I'd be more than happy to guide you as to where to go and how to help you get started. And who to talk to as the pros go, and hook up, get some training, get some lots of coaching before you even think about opening your mouth to give, to record anything for someone. And as far as Santa work, if you have a heart, you can do this. Yes. And whether you have a beard or not, we can point you in the right direction. I belong to a group of Santas that has over 1,000 Santas in it worldwide.
Imagine that.
And we are there for each other. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, thousands of Santas. And we even have a Santa in Israel.
I was about to ask you, have you thought, Anthony, because I know you love having fun, have you thought about putting together possibly a Santa choir? Might be interesting.
Oh, that would be very interesting. Yeah. That would be very interesting. Yeah, lots of Santas in the area. Some like to sing, some.
Yeah, but the show, like if there was a show on, and you can come on as the precursor, and a big surprise, and on comes the Santa Claus choir, and especially going around to schools, wouldn't that be a hoot?
Oh, that would be a hoot. That's a great idea. I'll have to write that down.
Yeah, great to help. After I am the marketing guru, looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future, my friend?
Oh, my goal, okay, as I said earlier, is to help people celebrate Christmas all year round, and to be able to bring that out in people, and be that go-to guy to help celebrate that spirit. And it's just the spirit aspect, not the gift giving, but the spirit, the giving of the gift of spirit, and that joy all year round. And then, for the future, as far as the voiceover work goes, just steady work. Like I had one job where I was doing TV promo work, introducing TV shows in Singapore for CBS. And that was the most fun that I've ever had. And I'm looking forward to doing more of that.
Fantastic. Tell me, with Christmas in July coming up, and I believe you've even been doing wedding proposals and all sorts of stuff to us. Think outside the box. Anthony will tell you all this. Think outside the box. Yeah. How can my listeners contact you, Anthony? I'll be putting all your details in the chat later and in the socials later, but how can they contact you? What's the best way?
Well, the best way is shoot me an email. I'm at thesantaanthony@gmail.com. And you can reach out to me on Facebook, Santa Anthony on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you. And if you, as far as the VO goes, Anthony Pacelli VO@gmail.com, and we can talk, we can discuss things, and I would be more than happy to talk to anyone regarding anything, getting started, doing work, or just about the business.
Fantastic. And before we wrap up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
Well, we kind of mentioned that earlier. Well, that Paul McCartney and I, and the big country star Blake Shelton have the same birthday. Yes. And my dream would be to celebrate with them. Imagine coming in and having Paul McCartney on one side and Blake Shelton on the other, and all just singing happy birthday to each other. That would be the cat's awesome. Meow.
Right. Okay. I'm about to wrap this up, Anthony. Can you what's your theme for the day? Keep what?
Keep shining. Keep shining, everyone. Keep shining.
Right. Thank you very much. So, guys, if you'd like to...
thank you, Jeff.
I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. One of my best ones this month. Most enjoyable for me, too, because it brings out the spirit, guys. It's uplifting. It's what we all need, and a bit of joy in our lives. But, guys, want a bit more joy? Reach out and get your 15 minutes of fame, and you, too, could be like Santa. Santa's very well known around the world. I'm not so well known, but I can try and help you become well known by getting you 15 minutes of fame. So feel free to reach out, guys. This has been Jeff, the Business Guru, and Santa, wishing you good night.
Keep shining.
And that's all, folks.